what's up? I'm Hanz Florentino. I'm a filmmaker and welcome to The Creative Life. This is where I share BTS, inspirations, and stories for the creatives. So as we are all celebrating the National Women's Month, I would like to dedicate this vlog to one of the women filmmakers that I really look up to. Her name is Jennifer Huang. So she's a filmmaker and producer. She's based in California in the USA. And I've been working with her for the past 4 or 5 years. So she's been coming to the Philippines back and forth. And together we've been shooting this documentary. It's a secret documentary. And in this vlog, I just want to share with you my experiences and my insight that I learned from her as we traveled parts of the Philippines. I cannot disclose where, but if you're looking for motivation to get pumped up as a filmmaker, especially as a woman filmmaker, then this vlog is for you. So our first stop is on our shoot in a secret island community. It's a secret because you can't find this anywhere in the map. And it's a pretty amazing place because it's right in the middle of the mangroves and there's a community out of nowhere. Yeah, so we are rolling.
Okay, so tell me.
How's the shoot so far?
Well, it has been really informative and a little confusing. There's been a lot of conflicting statements, which is, I guess, something I should be getting used to.
Last, how do you feel now as we end the day?
People always ask me that question.
You're in the Philippines.
I mean, no. I'm always asking other people that question, and now I'm like, I don't know how I feel.
As a filmmaker.
As a filmmaker, I feel like I'm running out of time, and we need to shoot more stuff. We need to shoot more stuff. That's how I feel. Always.
Yeah. Before I continue, I just want to be really grateful for this amazing view that I have at the back. Ta-da! Our second stop, we go back to the city and we go to one of the studios where we usually do our interviews of the subjects. So these are very, let's say these are very important parts of the documentary because this is their stories. These interviews are the ones that really would tie up everything that we've shot for the past 4 or 5 years. So we're in the studio setting up for an interview. This has been our go-to place in doing all the interviews for the past maybe two years when Jennifer comes here to the Philippines. So this is the place where we always get ourselves prepared to cry a lot. Amazing stories coming up ahead.
Hi.
Welcome back to our vlog.
We're on a vlog now. Oh, wow.
After all these years, what keeps you motivated?
Okay, the thing that keeps me motivated is the girls that I'm working with. Their stories are really important and I think they need to be told. I feel like if their stories come out to the world will love them as well.
What brought you to the point that you're so attached to them?
Because from the start they have been so open with me. From the start they are trusting me. And so I feel very responsible for their stories. I have been given this gift of their story and I need to protect it. So even though it's very hard and sometimes I want to quit, like I think, well, I can't quit. I have these stories, I have this gift, I have to do something with it.
Oh, that's so nice. Just backtrack. Can you tell us like how long have you been coming here and then how many drives do we have right now?
Okay, so I have been coming since, the first shoot was in 2015, December 2015. It is now 2019. I cannot count the number of drives I have. All of my footage is on a big 24 terabyte RAID drive. However, I have it backed up in triplicate. And some of it's backed up at my friend's house, so I've given her drives. And then I have probably like another 50 terabytes worth of drives. This time I brought 4, 5 terabyte drives, 20 terabytes, 24 terabytes actually. And I told my husband I feel really insecure that I only have 24 terabytes. I feel like I need to bring more. Like, yeah. So actually, that's just 20. I must have like at least 100 plus terabytes at home.
And finally, on the last stop, we go into one of the locations somewhere again in the Philippines, and we get to visit one of our subjects in her house. So what's the one thing you hate about shooting?
I hate the feeling of not, that you get one chance. I hate the feeling of fearing that I'm forgetting to ask a question, missing an important subject, that there's something happening and I'm not asking the right questions or asking them correctly, and I'm not getting... I think part of the problem is, you know, I'm only in the Philippines for a short period of time, and because I don't speak the language, so I can't pick up on the casual conversation. If there's a little bit of English, and I'll be like, hey, wait, what? And then I'll be like, oh, the world just exploded. I just found out about something I had no idea about. And so I'm wondering how many of those things are happening that I don't know about.
Why filmmaking?
I ask myself that question all the time, like, why filmmaking? Why filmmaking?
Why
So, why filmmaking? I think it's because when I was in college, I took an anthropology class that was ethnography through cinema. Oh my gosh, I can make TV. What? Just wanted to do it. I just thought it was so cool. And I do think that there's like power in images that, especially when it's a place that most Americans haven't been to, the Philippines, you know, like to actually see it, to see how people live their lives. Well, there's a potluck at church today, and it's too early to buy leche manok. So, Kuya Hanz suggested we get a cake.
Getting us a good spot for lunch.
Okay.
What's your message for women filmmakers?
I think just don't let all of this stuff intimidate you. Because I started out at the bottom in production, and there was a track for me, and it was writing and producing. It was never occurred to me I could touch a camera. It was always the men, and again, I'm old, so it was like big cameras that were like $60,000 or more, and I was scared to touch them because they were so expensive. And then when I started making this film, I was like, okay, I'm gonna hire a crew. It's gonna be this. And then I didn't raise any money to hire a crew, and I was like, I guess I have to learn how to do this myself. And then I was like, I can do this. I mean, it's not easy, but it's not impossible. You just learn like anything else. Don't follow my example. Don't wait till you're as old as me to figure it out. It's you know, you can do it.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap for the 2 days. One of the things that really struck me that Jen said was being gifted these stories of these beautiful girls, of their lives and their authenticity. And I really feel that because that has been one of my motivations the past years as a filmmaker. And I strongly believe that I am blessed to have these talents, and it's my duty, you know, my responsibility to use these talents to share these amazing stories. That's it. Hopefully you've learned a thing or two in our journey, in my journey with Jen. So once again, thank you for journeying with me in a creative life. Continue creating, stay awesome, and I'm gonna see you next week.